Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning back in to a little about LV. If you can't tell, I'm super excited about Valentine's Day being just around the corner. I have my Valentine's earrings on here from Charmin Charlie. So since Valentine's Day is so close, I wanted to give just a little tutorial on how to do a Valentine's makeup look for any of you needing a little bit of inspiration or just any ideas at all for date nights coming up. This is also a video for all of you that just like watching tutorials. I know I have a lot of my viewers and people that watch my videos that just love watching tutorials. I do the same thing for hours on YouTube, so you'll love this video. So of course today the theme is all about pinks and reds. So I have some palettes out here, even though, you know, this one is Christmas. This is Kylie's Christmas collection. It has some really pretty reds in here that I'm gonna go in with today. And then I also have my ColourPop Ooh La La palette. I've done a video with this one as well, so we can have some pinks in there. And then from one of my more recent videos, I have the Makeup Revolution Ruby Gems palette. So we've got some pinks and reds going on there. I got a little red lippy to show you, and I'm just gonna kind of do a tutorial of a Valentine's look that I am personally gonna do, and you can all just follow along with me, or maybe it'll inspire you to do your own looks. Definitely leave those down below, some pictures in the comments if you have any. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right in. So today we are just gonna have some fun. I'm just gonna use some of my favorite products, show you a little look that I can do with these products. I say day, but really it's night. Like, it's very obviously night right now, and I'm putting on makeup to literally take it off, but that's fine because I like doing makeup and you like watching it, so here we are. All right, so I wanna get some luminosity, so I'm gonna go in with my Kylie Illuminating Primer. I actually think this is a really pretty primer, even though I don't really like the matching setting spray that came with it. I do still use it because I like the little bitty hint of like glitter that comes along with it, but I do actually like the primer. I do think it keeps my makeup on, so I will say that's better than the setting powder. Now moving on, I left my Fenty Beauty foundation downstairs and I'm up here in the filming room, but I do still have my sample from Sephora where I was trying it out and then I decided to buy it. It's a couple videos back if you want to actually watch me put that on from like the little pump bottle, but I promise this is what I'm using today as well. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. If I had the bottle, I could tell you exactly what it said, but I do remember that I'm using shade 160, and I'm just gonna put it on with this since it's out of this little pot. So yes, for any of you wondering out there, I did put on this red sweater and these cute little heart earrings for you just to come up here and film at 7 o'clock at night, because I love y'all like that. All right, so there you have it for the foundation. This foundation just does not disappoint ever. I'm absolutely loving it still. Been using it every single day. So now I'm gonna go in with some concealer, and I think I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This is in shade Fair Beige. Light Peach is really my favorite shade. That's more of my shade, but they didn't have it. Last time I went to Ulta and Target, both were sold out of that shade. This actually dries really quickly, even though I love it. It's only like $5. So I'm going in with my dampened beauty blender, but I am only going to do under my eyes so far, and then I'll go back and do the rest of my face just because this dries pretty quickly. That's the only negative that I have to this e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. Other than that, it is my absolute favorite drugstore concealer. All right, so we are lightened and brightened. I am gonna set that with my Pretty Vulgar Translucent Setting Powder. I got this in a BoxyCharm a really long time ago, and it has just been one of my favorite setting powders ever since. It always just turns out very pretty and it stays all day. It goes well over almost every single makeup that I have. It plays well with others, if you will. It plays well with others. All right, and now we are going to bronze up the skin with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in shade Sunkissed. You know, this is my favorite bronzer because of the way that it smells. It's always reminded me of the beach, and it is just very beautiful, and it blends out perfectly. If you saw my contour and highlight video that I just did, of course you're very familiar with all the steps that I'm kind of speeding through right now. If not, definitely go back and watch that for a step-by-step tutorial on how to chisel out that face. And for today, I want to go in with a really, really pinky blush to kind of match the whole look that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to go in with Kylie's Winter Kissed blush that came out in her Christmas collection a couple years ago. I know this is kind of an older product, but I mean, any blush that you can find for this look, if you wanted to copy this look, any really pinky blush would do. It doesn't have to be this expensive, and it just needs to be on like a little round-tipped fluffy brush to pat on right there on the apples of the cheeks. Again, you can see a full tutorial on everything I'm doing to shape and bring some color into my face in my last video about contouring and highlighting. All right, and lastly for the face, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. A lot of times I do this at the end, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now for you. I'm gonna go in with Laura Lee Los Angeles Glazed Highlighting Palette. I love this so much. I cannot say enough about it. It has these 4 beautiful colors here. If you've watched my other videos, I know you've probably seen it before. I'm gonna go in with this really pretty pink today to kind of match the whole feel of everything that we're doing. Going in with a little small fluffy brush from Eco Tools. I think this is the controlled setting brush, but I use it for a highlighter. So I'm just gonna apply that. Oh, you can see that. This is just one of the most beautiful like highlighting sets I have ever gotten my hands on, and it's also one of the cheapest. This is only $19 if you're wondering. It's on her website. That's lauraleelosangeles.com. The pink just adds like a little bitty pink tint. It doesn't give you like a red or pink like smudge across your cheeks up here. That's not what you want, but a lot of pink tinted highlighters will do that, so you have to be careful. So now I'm gonna go in with my NYX Professional Micro Brow Pencil here, and I'm just gonna carve those brows out. Give them a little definition before we start in with the eye makeup. And if you're not familiar, this product is only $10 at Ulta, and it makes such a big difference. All right, so that's it for the brows. Pretty simple, and let's jump in with the eyes. All right, so going in with the eyes, I'm gonna start by priming my eyelids with my Mary Kay eye primer. I've used this in a lot of videos. I know this isn't like a really big brand, and it's definitely something that you kind of have to work to get, like you have to find a rep to get it, but it is definitely one of the best eye primers that I have, and it's also only like $13, so definitely worth the money. I like how I'm priming my eyes and I'm acting like so concerned that I need to like keep this makeup on for me to take it off in like 20 minutes, but it's fine. I'm fine. So using the 3 palettes that I laid out here that I showed you before, I'm gonna go in first with the Kylie Dear Santa palette because it has this really neutral shade here that kind of matches my skin tone. So I'm gonna take a Morphe brush. This is the M504 really fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go in with that shade that kind of matches my skin tone and set that eyelid first. And now that that is done, I want to go in with sort of a pink shade all over the lid, and then I want to deepen the corners with like a really vibrant red, and then do like a pinky and like maybe a little bit of a light white glitter over the front of the eyelid. So I'm going to start out with doing a really light pink transition shade from the ColourPop Ooh La La palette. I'm going to go in with like this really light pink color here just to get us started with just a little I think this is a Wet n Wild like $1 brush. I know I try not to get too crazy with all those brushes. I know they can get kind of steep sometimes. I do love my Morphe brushes, but you know, a lot of times these Wet n Wild work just as well. All right, so now that I have that pink transition shade all blended out up here, I am going to go in with a darker red color from the Kylie palette to pack that on with a little Luxie angled brush. This is the 131 mini angled brush. I'm going to just pack that on in the corners and bring some red and some deepness into this look just in the corners. This is such a pretty, vibrant red. I hope that is coming off on camera how it is in person. And I'm just bringing that just a little bit around, really controlled right around from the crease. So now that we've got that all red in the corners and crazy looking, I'm gonna go in with a little tiny flat brush and some concealer. This is a $5 Wet n Wild concealer, the Photo Focus concealer, and I'm going to carve out that crease on my eye. And of course, this is just to make whatever color we put right here on the inner lid just kind of pop more. Instead of just going over all the red, it will basically be on a clean canvas again. Okay, and of course I'm going to take that brush that we used the red on and just kind of rock that back into the cut crease so that there's no defined lines. All right, so now what I think I have decided to do is go in with the Makeup Revolution palette and go in with one of these really light pink glitters here to put them over the lid on the eye. And these are actually pretty compact already, so I'm just gonna go in with my finger instead of a brush for now and take that little bit pinkier shade there and just put that over the lid. And we are just packing that on the lid all the way over to where that pinky red shade is. As you can see, we are fading from a pinkish red all the way to a light glittery pink, and that's what we were going for today. So I'm now going to go back in with the little red and go under the lash line to connect that. All right, and that's pretty much it. The last step that I want to go in with for the eyes is I'm going to go back into the Kylie palette again and go into this really bright white shade here called Santa's Secret. And we're just going to go in and put that on the inner corners to give a little bit of a pop there in the inner corners and right here on the brow bone. All right, so that is it for the eyeshadow. Let's go in now and do a little bit of a winged cat eye eyeliner with my favorite e.l.f. liquid liner for Valentine's Day. One good thing about this eyeliner is I don't really feel bad wasting it on a night like tonight when I'm not actually going out and doing anything, because it's only $2, so who cares, right? All right, now let's go in with some mascara. I'm gonna curl my eyelashes first. And for this look, I'm gonna go in with the Benefit, obviously, Roller Lash Mascara. This is not the Bad Gal that I normally use, but I do really love this mascara, and I really like it when I'm using false lashes, which I'm about to do. I just think that it separates the lashes beautifully, and it kind of gives them the perfect shape, the perfect curl to go with the false lashes. All right, so the mascara is done. I'm going to put on my false lashes. This is the Ardell Naturals. It's a little 5-pack. I just love how these go from like smaller to larger. Those are always my favorite. This has the eye lifting effect. These are always my favorite to wear, and I'm going to be putting them on with my Ardell Duo Brush On Lash Glue. This is in shade Dark. I always like to go with dark lash glue just because I think, you know, it helps it not to be seen. Just always like to really bend these and try to make them the shape of my eye. I'm gonna put a little of that glue on. Always let them dry for a minute. You want to put the lashes on when they are like a tacky consistency, not when they are like super wet and goopy. And I always like to put just a little bit of mascara on the false lashes just to try to blend that in a little bit more so they look a little bit more natural and they blend your natural lashes in with them. So lastly, before we go in with the setting spray, now that the eyes are fully done and the lashes are on, I'm going to go in with a really bold red lippy to pull it all together. Hopefully it matches my sweater. This is the Dose of Colors shade in Date Night. It's a very pretty red, and I do really love the formula on the Dose of Colors lippies. And now going in with the Kylie Illuminating Setting Spray to set that face. Alright guys, so there you have it. This is my Valentine's date night look and makeup inspo for you. I think it turned out really, really pretty. I love the lashes with it. I love how it fades from the red to the pink with the red lip, so you could kind of transition like what you wanted to wear. If you wanted to wear like a pink sweater or a pink dress instead, I would put just a light pink lip with it and it would still look really pretty with the eyeshadow. And of course in this video I used high-end and drugstore products to prove to you again that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get really beautiful looks like this. But that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed my tutorial. I hope you are loving this look. I'm going to post some pictures for you. If you have any questions or comments for me, just leave them down below. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next Valentine's themed video next week. Thanks so much again for watching A Little About LV.